Hello everybody, welcome to my Bad Bank app presentation. My name is Nick. Today I'll be walking you through my app and some of the functionality of each navbar item, as well as some UI decisions I implemented and some of the issues I ran into along the way and how I decided to approach them. So let's start with the navbar. Nothing crazy, I didn't change too much from the starter code apart from bolding out the text indicating what page you're on, as well as little description boxes that pop up when you hover your mouse over them. You see there it says give us your money, log into your account, create a new account, and that's that. Bad Bank logo, or I guess the title, serves as the home button. You click there and it takes you back to the landing page, and that's basically that. As far as the create account form, you basically have three fields: name, email address, and password. And obviously the create account button is disabled until you enter at least one of the fields. If you leave any of the fields empty, it'll tell you email field is empty as well as the password. And I basically just wanted to make sure it felt like an actual website where you log in. If you're missing the password, it'll tell you the password's empty. And on top of that, I wanted to make sure that if your password is less than 8 characters, you get an error saying you need an 8-character long password. So once you do that, create account, and then you get a success message saying account created. Once you create an account, you can log in, email and password. And so as you can see, you get a success message at the bottom. You get the user's email at the top right of the navbar, and I also added a logout button, highlighted in blue at the navbar right here. And I'm not sure if this is required. I remember reading this in one of the rubrics, but yeah, I did have some trouble with this. I'll explain a little why later, but yeah, there it is. Then we have the deposit form. Email address is required. Let's deposit 500. You click deposit and you get a success message at the bottom. And then with the balance page, obviously there's an enter email field there, but in the sake of Bad Bank, no security and all that, it's basically a redundant field. You really don't need the email at all. You just click show balance and you have the user's amount there. And yeah, I figured it was just Bad Bank, no security. It's kind of like an ironic thing, having an email field there, and it serves no purpose at all. So yeah, next we have the withdraw page. Same concept, except in the deposit and withdraw fields, you actually do need a email, as you can see, just for, I guess, for verification on that end. What I also implemented, as you can see, we have $500 in our balance. I wanted to add some type of overdraft protection. So if, let's say we try to withdraw 600, you'll get an error that says account overdraft insufficient funds to make the withdrawal. So if we then lower that to 500, you'll get the withdrawal success message as well as the updated balance on the withdrawal form itself. And yeah, and so there's that. We also have all data here. These are all the separate logins, so every instance of the user's login. One of the things I wanted to change for the full stack, for the refactored version of this, is I'm going to take out the balance of the all data form because I have a designated component for balance, so this is kind of pointless. And I had an issue with it actually updating the balance. Right now it should be 0, but as you can see, it still says 500 here. So I'm just going to remove this all in all. It's an easy fix, but I think just for the purposes of the full stack Bad Bank application, I'm just going to remove this because it's kind of pointless. But yeah, so this is the all data page. I decided to go with bootstrap cards for each user and each instance of their login, as opposed to the JSON text that displayed here. It's just boring, very ugly. Yeah, I just went with these very simple bootstrap cards. And then what else? Let's see, go back to the landing page. I think that's about it. I didn't implement too many changes. I just wanted to just keep it simple. This was kind of a task for me. One of the issues I did run into was with the logout button. Just getting this here on the navbar alone was such a task, and I had such an issue with that. Obviously, you log in, you get the user's email up at the top, um, and the logout button works. I guess it disappears, but the user's email is still displayed at the top. Which, if you think about it, is kind of a happy accident because it's bad bank, no security. So if you log out and your email's still there, it's kind of your email's been compromised. So, um, you know, happy accident. But all you have to do to remove that is just refresh and start from scratch. You're logged out. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else um, that I can think of. Oh, the form components. I didn't add any. Sorry about that. I don't have any form components for the individual forms. I basically just have everything in a modules.js file. Um, and I was a little confused by that question on the rubric because I didn't know if this was technically considered like. Sorry. Let's see. So we have like the deposit here. We have withdraw. So I wasn't sure if this was technically a form component. I just took it as if it were a React component or not. In that case, no, I don't have any React component for the forms themselves. I just have them all in this modules, excuse me, modules.js file. And I just didn't find it necessary. I found it easier to just keep everything compiled in one file. And yeah, I think that's about it. So this has been my Bad Bank presentation. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.